So let's see today's Goan Drumstick Yellow Dal. So first I washed 2 drumsticks really well, patted them dry. Using a very sharp and a big knife, I'm going to first cut them into half and then I'm going to take off the ends. Now using a regular potato peeler, I'm just going to take off the peel. Just the outer darker green peel, and then you're going to cut them into even size smaller pieces, and I'm going to add them to 1 cup of water, and I'm going to bring this water to a boil on a high flame. Once it starts to boil, I'm going to just simmer it or keep it from a low to medium flame for about 5 minutes till the drumsticks are nice and cooked. Once they're cooked, they become into a very the pulp becomes a darker, denser white color. And even if you just press it down, it's nice and soft and cooked. Now to see how I've cooked the dal, you can watch the video till the end. And now keep the drumsticks aside with the water. Now I've just heated some ghee, or you can also use oil. Once the ghee is nice and hot, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of mustard seeds or mohori. Then I'm going to add half a teaspoon of cumin seeds. Next, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of asafoetida or hinga and half a teaspoon of haldi or turmeric powder. I'm going to mix all of this really nicely together. Now, this is very similar to the simple Goan Yellow Dal. I just posted it a few days ago. Now I'm just going to add 1 tablespoon of grated ginger garlic. So I've taken half an inch of ginger and about 5 cloves of garlic, coarsely ground them in my mortar and pestle. And I'm going to add that. Fry the ginger garlic really nicely. Now I'm going to add 2 green chilies that I've slit and cut into half. Fry the green chili in this bagar really nicely. Once that is done, you're just going to add the onion and the tomato. Also, first you add some curry leaves, some 6 to 7 fresh curry leaves. Fry the curry leaves also well. The curry leaves give a very nice flavor to any dal or amti. Fry the curry leaves well. Now I'm going to add 1 small chopped onion, which I've chopped fine. And I'm also going to add 1 tomato. Fry the onion and the tomato really nicely. Now I'm just going to cover and cook for 2 minutes because I want to cook the onion and the tomato really well till the tomato softens a bit. Then give everything a good mix. And now I'm going to add 1 cup of cooked tur dal. You can also use masoor dal. It's very easy to cook this dal. For beginners, you can watch the video till the end. I'll tell you how to cook the dal perfectly. Now mix everything really well together, and I'm going to add just half a cup of water. This is the same water, in which I cooked the dal. I'm just going to put a little water in that and add that. Now I'm going to mix everything really well together and let the dal come to a boil on a low to medium flame. Cook the dal for a little while so that everything comes together. Add some salt to taste, and I like to add a pinch of sugar, about 1/4 of a teaspoon of sugar. Mix everything really well together. And now I'm going to add the drumstick or the shenga along with the water in which we cooked it. We don't want to get rid of that water because it has all the richness and goodness of the drumstick. So we're going to add that water. Mix everything nicely together. And now again let this dal just simmer on a low flame for about 3 minutes till everything comes together very well. You can give it a taste test to see if salt is required. If you want it a little spicy, you can add just 1 more green chili. And after cooking it, our dal looks like this. nice and ready to eat. So I'm just going to garnish it with some freshly grated coconut, and you can enjoy this with some Goan boiled rice. This is super delicious, guys. You must try out this recipe. And now for cooking the dal, I've taken 1 cup of tur dal, washed it really well under water thrice, and then I'm going to soak it in 3 cups of water. Then I'm going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of turmeric powder or haldi and 1/4 of a teaspoon of hinga or halad. I'm going to give all of this a mix, and then I'm going to pressure cook it in my pressure cooker for 1 whistle on high, and the minute it comes on a high whistle, you're going to simmer it and cook it on a low flame for about 10 minutes. Let the cooker completely cool. Then you remove the dal, and then you just take a masher or a ravi and mash it up. So friends, let's start with today's lovely Goan red masala dal. Now I've cooked 1 cup of tur dal. You can also use masoor dal. I'll leave the instructions of how to cook the dal to the perfect consistency in the description box below. Now we need a masala paste. For that we need half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 tablespoon of coriander seeds, half an inch of ginger, 6 cloves of garlic, 7 peppercorns, half a teaspoon of turmeric or haldi powder, and half a medium-sized onion. We also require about 5 dried Kashmiri chilies. I will leave all the ingredients in the description box below. We will grind this by using a little bit of water and retain this water also, but we want a very fine masala paste. Besides that, for the bagar, we require half a medium-sized onion, half a tomato, 1 slit green chili, and about 5 to 6 kokum or amsul. So I'm going to heat just 1 teaspoon of oil in the pan, and I'm going to roast or fry this chili that we have slit in the center really well so it flavors the oil. Next I'm going to add the chopped up onion, saute the onion really well till it becomes translucent. Then we're going to add the tomato. Fry the tomato till it becomes nice and soft for about half a minute. Now we're going to add this ground masala paste. Now this dal, my dad used to prepare this, and he used to always prepare it whenever we used to have dry bombil stuffed with rechad masala. I have a recipe for that. I'll leave a link to that below. So this goes very well with that dry bombil stuffed and fried. Now we're going to add the cooked dal. So we used to normally use masoor dal, but I prefer using tur dal. You can use masoor dal also. Now add the masala water and mix everything together. Now you can keep it as thick or as thin as you like. Then we're going to add the kokum or the amsul. You can also add tamarind pulp or juice in place of this. Add some salt to taste. And I also like to add a pinch of sugar. It's a very simple dal and it gets ready also very quickly. Now generally, we used to grind the masala on the stone, but it's easier to grind it in the mixer. It works faster. And let the dal cook for about 5 minutes, then cover and cook for another 5 minutes, and our dal is all ready. Have this with some rice and the masala bombil, dry bombil with some lovely mango pickle at the side. It's really a delicious meal. I will leave the recipe to all of that in the description box below. Do try out this recipe, guys. So friends, let's start with today's Goan Yellow Dal. To see how I prepare the dal, watch the video till the end, please. So now let's start. So here I've taken a pan and I'm going to heat 1 tablespoon of ghee. You can also use oil. Once the ghee or the oil is hot, you're going to add half a teaspoon of mustard seeds. Let the seeds splutter. Then you're going to add half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, also called jeera. Next, you're going to add half a teaspoon of asafoetida or hinga and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder or haldi. Now mix all of these ingredients really well together in the oil or the ghee, whatever you're using. I'm using ghee because ghee elevates the flavor of this dal. Then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of grated ginger and garlic. So I've used about 2 large cloves of garlic and half an inch of ginger. You can also use the ready-made ginger garlic paste, but I prefer to use this coarsely ground ginger and garlic. So fry the ginger and garlic really well till the rawness of the ginger and garlic goes away. Next, we're going to add 2 green chilies that I've slit and then cut into halves. Now fry the chilies also well till they get a nice white coating of the ghee or the oil. So this is our bagar. We have a few more ingredients to add to this bagar. Next goes in some 6 to 7 curry leaves, fresh curry leaves. Fry the curry leaves also really well. Next I'm going to add 1 small onion that I've chopped fine and 1 small tomato that I've chopped fine. Now fry the onions and tomatoes also very well with the rest of the bagar. You already get this lovely aroma of all the spices and the onion and the chili. Now just cover and cook for 2 minutes on a low flame. Now you will see that the tomatoes and the onions are nicely softened. Just give it a good mix. And now you're going to add this 1 cup of cooked tur dal. I'll show you, it's very simple to cook dal. I'll show it to you at the end of the video. Now mix the cooked dal with the rest of the bagar. And now I'm going to add half a cup of water. So what I did is I just put water into the same vessel in which I had cooked the dal. That way we won't lose out any of the flavors. And add that. Now if you want it to be more thinner, just add another quarter cup of the water. Now let the dal come to a boil on a medium to high flame, and once it comes to a boil, just simmer it and keep it on a low to medium flame. Now we're going to add some salt to taste. Always add less salt first and then taste it and then add more. And I'm going to add a pinch of sugar to balance out all the taste and flavors. Mix everything really nicely together. Now we're not going to add any chili powder or any other garam masala or anything to this dal. It's going to be a very simple, light, refreshing dal. All I'm going to add is 1 teaspoon of freshly chopped coriander. Turn off the heat and serve this dal with some lovely rice. You can also have it with some rotis or polis or chapatis and some vegetable. I hope you give this recipe a try. It's very simple, but it's very refreshing and light and delicious. So friends, let's see this delicious and simple Goan Yellow Dal. So here I've taken exactly 1 cup of yellow moong dal, washed it thrice under water, and we're going to soak it in 3 cups of water for at least 1 to 2 hours minimum. You can soak it for a longer period too. Now I'm going to chop 1 medium-sized tomato, 1 medium-sized onion. Now whenever I always try to remove the middle white part, and after peeling the onion you should wash it once before chopping it. So I just wash the onion and I'm just going to chop it up like this. So now this is about 2 tablespoons of tamarind. I'm going to soak it in 1/4 cup of hot water for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'm going to squeeze out all of the pulp or the juice of the tamarind. We're not going to use, the actual tamarind part. It's just going to be the juice of the tamarind. Now this is our onion which we chopped. This is our tomato. Now let's look at the other ingredients we need. This is about 1 tablespoon of finely chopped coriander leaves. This is 1 light green chili that I've slit and cut into 4. This is the light green chilies. This is half an inch of cinnamon, 4 cloves, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, a few curry leaves. Now here I have half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1 teaspoon of red chili powder and 1 teaspoon of heenga, 3/4 teaspoon of sugar and some salt to taste. So now I'm going to heat about 1 tablespoon of oil in my pressure pan. We also need about 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds. So once the oil is nice and hot, you're going to add the mustard seeds, let them splutter, drain all the water from the soaked moog. Now we're going to add the cloves and the cinnamon, the green chilies, the curry leaves, the cumin seeds, that is the jeera, and you're going to saute all of this really well till the chilies get nicely fried. Then we're going to add the onion, saute the onion well till it turns a little translucent. Add the haldi powder, the chili powder and the asafoetida or the heenga. Mix everything well. Add the tomato and about half of the coriander. I like to fry the coriander in this bagar because it really enhances the flavor of this dal. Now we're going to cook all of the ingredients till the tomatoes become nice and mushy and soft. Just press down on the tomatoes, mash them up well. Now we're going to add the moog and fry the moog for at least a whole minute in this bagar. It's very important to fry the moog. That way the moog will get cooked to perfection because we have already soaked it. And now when you fry it in this oil, it really cooks well. Now we're going to add 1 cup of water. Mix everything nicely together. Now we're going to flavor it with some salt to taste and the sugar. Even the sugar, you can adjust it according to how you like it. The sugar basically balances the taste of the dal. Now we're also going to add half a teaspoon of garam masala. This is homemade garam masala. I'll leave a link to how I prepare it. It's very easy. And now just give everything a gentle mix. And now you're going to add the tamarind water. Again, mix everything very well. And now you're just going to close your pressure pan and you're going to cook this for 1 whistle on high. Once the whistle comes on high, turn the flame to very low and let the pressure cooker cook for, let it cook for another 10 minutes. And then after that, put the gas top off and let the pressure cooker come to room temperature. Don't be in a hurry to open the pressure pan. And now when you open it, our dal is already ready. Now what I like to do is I just like to mix everything well together. And then I like to mash down the tomatoes because now the tomatoes are cooked really well. So it's very easy to mash it down. So I like to just, with my back of the spoon, just mash the tomatoes. So this dal has a very different consistency. It's not like, if you have seen my previous recipes of Maharashtrian amti or dal fry, there the dal is first of all tur dal. So it cooks to a different level and it becomes very smooth. Whereas moong dal, you can actually see the dal, it's a little different in consistency. So just press down on the tomatoes and now all you have to do is just garnish it with some coriander. And your lovely Goan moong dal is all ready. Enjoy this with some lovely hot rice.
Is dal recipe. Now here I've taken 1 cup of cooked dal. I'll explain to you how I cook the dal. Then I have 1 medium onion chopped fine, 1 medium tomato chopped fine. This is about 1/4 cup of fresh coriander leaves chopped fine, 2 light green chilies chopped fine. These are about 4 cloves of garlic chopped fine, a few curry leaves, say about 7 to 8 curry leaves. You can keep them whole or chop them, and 1 inch of ginger chopped fine. Now I've taken a pan and I've heated about 1 tablespoon of oil in the pan. And once the oil is nice and hot, we're going to add half a teaspoon of mustard seeds, also known as mohri or rai. Once the mustard seeds begin to splutter, we're going to add half a teaspoon of cumin seeds or jeera, followed by half a teaspoon each of asafoetida or heenga and turmeric powder or haldi. Next, we're going to add the ginger that we've chopped fine. You can even add it grated, the curry leaves, as well as the garlic. Now fry the ginger and of course the green chilies too. And we're going to fry all of this really well so that it flavors the oil well, as well as the rawness of the ginger and the garlic goes away. Now for my dal, what I did is I took 1 cup of tur dal, washed it well, kept it in about 3 cups of water for about 15 minutes, and then I pressure cooked it for 1 whistle on high and for about 5 to 10 minutes, 10 minutes exactly on a simmer. Okay, now we're going to add 1 medium chopped onion fine, 1 medium onion chopped fine, and we're going to fry the onion really well. So once the cooker gets nice and comes to room temperature, you can take out the dal and then just use a wooden whisk or a regular whisk that you have at home and just whisk the dal till you get a nice smooth consistency. So now we're going to cover and cook all of this bagat till the onions become nice and soft. Now we're going to add the tomato that we had chopped fine. And we're going to fry the tomato too. So we want to cook the tomato so it should be nice and soft. So fry the tomato also for another 2 to 3 minutes. So once you whisk the cooked dal, you should get a very smooth consistency like I showed you in the beginning of the video. That is the consistency we're looking for. Now I'm going to add half of the coriander leaves that we chopped fine. That adds a nice flavor to the bagat. Now mix everything really well and now cover and cook this for about 2 minutes till the tomatoes become nice and soft, so that when you press them down with your spatula, they immediately, become a kind of a paste. They should not be very firm. They should be nice and soft and mushy. So get the tomatoes cooked really, really well. That way you'll get a nice smooth kind of a dal. You won't get, a big pieces of tomato. So this is the consistency of the dal, and this has got the water also that we cook the dal in. So we're going to add the dal along with the water. So always ensure that your dal is nicely cooked. You shouldn't have the actual pieces of dal. It should be very smooth and cooked well. And now just mix everything nicely together. Now since we cooked that 1 cup of dal with 3 cups of water, you don't need to add extra water now. So mix everything nicely. Stir it on a low to medium flame. Now we're just going to add half a teaspoon of red chili powder. Mix in the chili powder well. And now we're going to add some salt to taste. And that's about all the ingredients we're going to add for this dal. This is a very simple and light dal, and it goes really well with some rice and some side dish like any vegetable or any non-veg dish also. Or you can just have this plain dal, rice, some mango pickle and some papad and some salad. So just cook the dal for another 5 to 10 minutes and then garnish it with the remaining fresh coriander that we chopped up fine. And that's it, guys. Your dal gets ready very fast, very quickly, because we've already pre-cooked the dal in the pressure cooker. So you don't need to cook this dal for a very long time. So I'm just going to cover and cook it for another 5 minutes. And that's it. And your lovely dal, your simple dal is all ready to enjoy. So do try out this recipe and do let me know in the comment section as to how you liked this dal. I'll catch you in my next video, guys. Take care. Bye.
Friends, I hope you liked today's recipe as well as today's video, and if you would like to see more videos like this, then don't forget to leave this video a big thumbs up. Also, by clicking the thumbs up icon, also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and become a part of Akshata's recipes. Once you have subscribed, there is a small little bell icon that will pop up, so just click on that. That way whenever I put up a new recipe or a new video, you get a message for the same. So on that note, I'll say bye and I'll catch you in my next video sooner than you think. This is Akshata saying bye, take care, stay healthy, stay fit, be kind and loving to one another. So till we meet again, bye.